Welcome to my stables. I am the DMobo, and welcome back to Echoes of the Past. Last episode. Not only did the tug of war with Sage finally stop, with Rhea, with Sage finally just being able to let go,
Utter failure.
Kyrish and Amora were able to take out Nisana with the help of Ishtok and his friends. They managed to win the battle, but however, they lost Amora. It was bad enough that her wings got chopped off. And then she got possessed and tried to kill Kyrish. But something stopped her.
And then we made out and it was all good.
I'm still loving the idea that quite literally put, well, Kyrish was trying to summon Amora, she could physically go, no, and stop being summoned. As soon as the Dark Lord is, it's like, I can't help it, bye.
Yes.
Which does mean that there's something more to that.
Yeah, he's a nefarious dark magic bastard. Need I remind you?
With Nisana under control, Kyrish told Amora to go help with Sage. Amora gave no fucks, and Sage told her, hey, this is where this mark is supposed to be. Destroy it. So Amora went total feral and bit at it, resulting getting her nose bashed in with an elbow. With Sage finally letting go, the tension finally broke, throwing Amora halfway into the pool. The possessed Cleo goes under, taking Amora with. And the only thing that has been able to see are Amora's hands clawing frantically at the sands. The party manages to pull her up with surprisingly quite amount of trouble. Amora falling on top of Kyrish. And before Kyrish can even react, a gentle kiss he feels. And then she's ripped away, down into the portal to disappear. Rhea goes to pick up Riku, who now starts speaking in different voices with different eye colors. The gods and goddesses are talking through Riku. And for Gondra's service, they were offered a wish. Only one. However, when an androgynous elven figure finds out that Paylor had already given Gondra a gift, she basically gave them the middle finger and gave them 2 wishes. The party had pleaded that they destroy the phylacteries. Unfortunately, anything related to the Dark Ruler is practically invisible. They don't know where his castle is. They can't see. They can only watch the destruction he causes. So they couldn't get Amora back either. So the party chose a weapon to destroy the phylacteries without hurting the dragons. And the second wish was used upon Rhea, who is now in her original elven form. Everyone forgot Sage could speak Elven. So
including Sage.
So thinking it was a private conversation between 2 elves, no surprise, Sage got to hear
everything.
Yes.
I heard everything.
Sage heard everything. And we leave off with Korik unconscious. Sol is kind of nuzzling him. Riku's also unconscious. And like I said, Kyrish heading off towards the egg. And the party kind of standing where the goddess had left them.
I'd assume after a bit, Rhea would get up from her knees and just kind of wipe away her eyes a bit. Right. Should probably get the others to heal.
Yeah.
And she'll head over to.
So are you wrapped in a horse blanket?
It's around the. It's like worn as a cape now.
Okay.
But she'll walk over to Riku, just carefully maneuver herself to pick up Riku after realizing kneeling down two-legged is much different than kneeling down four-legged. So that takes probably a bit before she can pick up Riku. And then she'll carefully do it, but have a case of, you're not going to wake up again as the several gods, are you?
I think she's out cold.
Do you think Tark's going to do the same? Or do you think that's because of what Riku did earlier with the beam?
I'm gonna guess it's something to do with Riku, because I really also don't want to put a god through his body.
I sure would like to talk to him again, though.
The god or Karik?
The gods. In fact, I've got some.
I mean, out of us all, you've probably, despite the fact you don't really follow a god, you're probably the more religious of us, so if anyone's going to be talking to them before the rest of us, it's most likely going to be you.
Aye.
All we need to do is find like a shrine or a temple.
I just feel, yeah, it's okay. It's just some inner stuff gotta take care of.
What, you didn't like that they showed up and didn't even acknowledge you? Gods
yeah,
are
that was a thing.
assholes.
Mm,
That's the whole thing.
kinda.
They're just powerful people who really don't deserve to be worshipped, but I also realize I'm talking to a cleric.
I was
So
about
I'm gonna
to say,
go drag Korik into the egg and find a place to sleep.
I was about to say maybe that's why they didn't, because a cleric that doesn't worship a god, maybe they felt that as a slight. I'm not sure. I don't know how gods work.
I mean,
Anyway,
he gets his magic from somewhere.
it should be noted as well while Rhea's talking. Even though she is responding to Sage in that lot, she can't bring herself to look towards Sage. And it's not a case of anger or hatred, I felt like, far from it.
It's
More a
awkward.
case of, yeah, she doesn't want to see what Sage would do if she looked at her again. At the moment, it's
Okay, because Sage is also avoiding looking at her. Sage is
It
busy
is
grabbing Korik and
Everybody
dragging
else
his
in
ass.
the room feels the tension. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's probably the greatest part. No one else spoke Elven, so they're just like, since this happened, seeing them talk Elven, it's like, and now things are
Now it's-
awkward. What the
And
fuck
now it's
happened?
awkward. Yeah, exactly. Everything's
And
awkward.
now it's awkward. Right,
Way
I'll
to go, guys. Way to go.
follow, I almost said Leigh, I'll follow, Rhea, dragging Korik, just like, got a hand around his boot, dragging his ass through the dust.
Solus just gives you an annoyed bark,
Well, help then.
and he lays down on his belly
Fine.
and looks at you.
He deserves some dragging through the dirt, though, I'm just saying. And I'll heap Korik on his back, and I'll have to figure out where the hell he goes.
Do you know what the worst part would have been? If Rhea would have been like, yep, pick up Riku, put Riku on the horseback. The horseback doesn't exist anymore. Riku goes flying to the ground.
Boom. Oops.
Kyrish versus Sage. Do a battle of D20s.
Ah, rollies.
I should also probably feel like it's a good job that Karik is unconscious at the moment. At least until I get pants back on.
Any modifiers or
Nope, straight 20s.
It's alright, I rolled
18.
I rolled a 5.
18?
Sage, you would pass Rhea, but you wouldn't be able to get to Kyrish fast enough before he reaches the egg.
That's fine. I just need to reach up to him eventually. Like, if he gets into the egg, fine. We'll talk in the egg. It doesn't matter.
But Kyrish, you managed to get to the egg. And you can hear voices inside. But you can't see the opening. Or how to get into said egg.
He's going to knock twice.
There is the door. Well, the stone starts to split open a little bit. And you see
Oh, Kyrish.
Yes, it's me. You're free to open it up now.
Keith will fully open the door, and there's Ishtok and his friends and some of the elders.
I'm sorry, I just had the thought that if Keith opens the door, just goes, I had the funniest dream. I was recovering here, and then all of a sudden I was in the desert falling onto my back.
Yeah, about that. Oops.
From
Good
what
to see you're doing well.
From what you can see, his bandages aren't as bloodied, but there's a lot of bandages.
Well, I could be better.
As could we all, including the city. And he looks around at the shit-strewn street.
So, are all the threats gone? Is it safe?
As far as we're aware, yes. Yes. As is Amora.
There is complete shock on his face.
What?
Yes. It seems turkey feathers, gold, can open up portals. He ended up taking Amora through one of them. Almost took Sage as well, but for better or for worse, she's still here.
What the hell's going on, Keith?
Bad news. Good news. We won the battle. And bad news, well...
Out with it.
And Grimiel is going to come up to the door, and he looks like his new shirt is now bandages, and his arm is in a sling, and the side of his face is swollen, so his eye is shut.
Huh.
You look worse for wear.
I actually feel quite good. Despite my appearance, but... What the hell what is going on?
I was just informing Keith that we lost Amora. Turkey feather. Gods, we need to find a new name.
He bows his head.
I didn't expect such a mighty warrior to fall in battle. That's...
That shit dead.
She's not dead as far as we know.
Please tell me
yet.
this is where I get to come in going, she's not fucking dead.
Yeah, go for it. You probably caught up by now.
Oh, you're not dead either. Great. Cool. In or out, guys? We going in? We staying out here.
We
We're
should-
lingering awkwardly in the doorway.
We should probably head out not to cause panic among the survivors.
And Keith
I mean,
and
as far as I can
Gramil.
tell, it's safe now.
Keith and Gramil will start to come out the door, and a hand stops it, and there's Ishtok. And he comes out too.
Nice
And-
talk. Well, you're quite the hero of the day.
No.
If this wasn't for you, the elderly and the other children may not be around.
True, but had time to get safe.
Even still, thank you for taking care of them. You've done well.
He looks around. And then he kind of tilts his head, and you can almost physically see the gears turning in his head. Where did Angry Dragon Lady go?
Yes, a dragon part's a question for another day. But she's gone missing.
Ishtok will put a hand to your shoulder and grip it. Not missing. Always here. And points to your head. And here. And points to your chest.
Ugh.
Oh, how cliche. Yes, yes, yes.
Always here, points to head. Always here, points to left hip. Is that not where your heart on humans is?
We'll find her.
What's missing always comes back. It's okay.
I certainly hope so.
Kyrish, are you done? Can we have a word, please?
Aye.
Naked. Great work. Not to interrupt your sappy moment. I'm sorry.
Right. Keith, Gramil, it's good to see you all in one piece. Keith, I'm really sorry. Kind of forgot in the heat of battle that you would. Anyways, wish you a safe recovery quickly, please.
He
I'd like
looks
to take you up on your offer.
He looks very confused at your apology. And he's like trying to figure out what the hell you're talking about.
Yes, once my wounds have recovered, we can start training.
Excellent.
But we should probably get the city situated before we go off on our next adventure.
Yeah, it's a wreck. Kyrish, a moment. Please. Please.
Oh, by the
And then you
gods,
can
woman,
go talk about
yes.
anything you want and I will leave you alone.
One moment. He's going to go off with Sage.
Keith and Gramil kind of look at each other, like give each other side glances, like Sage is never that needy. What the hell? And they kind of just awkwardly linger outside of the rock, talking amongst themselves.
Great. I have your attention for a moment. Sorry to be so direct. I got shit to do. I gotta go do shit. You're great at this whole leadership thing. I am not.
Well,
I'm gonna go be somewhere. probably Eldridge's house for a couple hours. And then we can, like, clean up the city or whatever. I just need, like, some time, right? Do you still have that weird thing we picked up at the magic shop in, like, I think it was Brogue?
Broke, but
Oh. I mean, that strange device I had managed to purchase.
Yeah, the one that I dropped. I need that.
Yes, I believe I do. He's going to fish around in his bag. And he's going to produce the tattoo gun.
Great. Thank you. We'll take it. It will disappear in my pocket.
before you take it, roll me a will save.
I go to take it. I roll an 11 on the die. I don't know what my will score is off the top of my head. Pardon.
Look at your...
I know, I keep pulling up in the wrong tab because I have 7 open. Will save. That's a... Oh, damn, I got good numbers. That's a 11 plus 15.
You go to reach it and you kind of like hesitate and you get over that subconscious fear for whatever the reason why you have it and you're able to grab it.
Great. I shoved it in my pocket and then I shove my hands in another pocket so that he can't see them shaking. So, if you need me, I'm going to be at Eldridge's.
What exactly are you doing?
You know, I don't know yet, but I have thoughts and I'm going to go act on them so I don't forget them.
Right, knowing your quite recent history, you're going to explain what you're doing.
She's like hesitates, like finger up, mouth open, like, I have no rebuttal for that. Except for that I'm slightly insulted that you don't trust me.
Excellent, I'm glad you're insulted. I don't care.
I'm not going to explain myself to you. I just need, like, a couple hours to, at the very least, take a goddamn nap.
Right, you're either telling me, or you're not going anywhere.
I'd like to see you try to stop me.
At this point, Bert and Rhea come up.
Great, so it's gone from friendly pull aside to almost hostile.
So what's going on here, fellas?
Yes, do explain what's going on here, Sage.
Oh, nothing. I'm just telling Kyrish that I'm gonna go take a nap before I'm going to be any use in cleaning up. I'm also gonna do some reading.
Rhea will
So,
drop Riku off at the egg.
Sage, as you were telling them
Right.
this,
Left check versus
Sage needs to do the bluff check. Bert,
What if it's not fully a bluff?
it's still a bluff. It's still a misleading partial truth. If I can
Shit. Fuck.
identify.
Yes,
I was
yes,
gonna
Sage
say-
was about to go to get some rest. I believe she had exhausted quite a few spells, and she needs to regain her energy.
Sense motive.
yes, Sage, roll bluff check. Bert, Rhea, and Kyrish, roll me them sense motives.
Sage looks so startled that like Kyrish just
Oh.
like corroborated her story.
Oh wait,
You're
sense
not
motive?
like this. Yeah, for bluff versus sense motive.
Hmm.
21.
I mean, if you don't want a sense motive, you don't have to.
No, but wouldn't I be rolling bluff?
That's right.
Well,
You're helping
both
me.
lying.
Yeah, roll bluff.
You're both lying, and I rolled a 21.
Yeah, I rolled a 7.
That makes sense for Rhea's current situation with all this.
Please
That's
tell me
a.
you crit failed.
It's not a crit fail, but it's
So-
still a 6.
Hang on.
Okay,
Hang on.
so, yeah, hold on, because basically what's going to happen is since Sage and Kyrish are both lying, they're both doing bluff checks, they get a +2 for assist. So Sage would get a 9. Kyrish, what'd you get?
Well, let's see. Alright, I didn't know what I was going to be rolling here, so I didn't... Base of 13 plus 9,
Oh my
so
god.
that...
Who are you?
He's a
Sir?
very good liar, apparently.
Apparently.
Funny thing is,
So
that I
I got a
believe
19 plus
him,
2, so 21.
Okay.
so
Oh!
he tied with me.
So hold on. So Bert, so Rhea, are you also doing?
I did. I rolled a 4 on the dice, plus 2 to that is 6.
Okay, so you have an 8, but Bert with his 21 gets a 23. So
Shit. So they get
Rhea-
a bonus for both sensing the motives.
Rhea,
No, I rolled a 19 on the die and had plus 2, so I had a 21.
yes,
we
and then the
tied.
2 assist makes it
Oh.
23. So this is how this plays out. Sage is a terrible liar. You all know this. She is very fidgety, wringing her wrists. However, Kyrish is very confident, stoic-faced, and strong in what he says. Rhea, you totally believe them. You're like, okay.
I mean, to be fair, Rhea was more focused on getting Riku in the egg and being lost in her own thoughts. So she wouldn't have noticed that away.
But Bert, you can tell that with traveling with Kyrish for so long, he has a tell. The runes above his head move a little bit quicker than they normally do.
The fuck?
After traveling for so long, you'd think that you'd be able to tell the truth.
Ooh,
After
damn!
all the trust we put into each other, our lives literally in each other's hands, and something small like this is going to cause you to break trust.
Bert, don't
Well,
lose sleep over this.
Sage.
If I omitted details, it's literally just because I did not think it would, be.
I knew
important
you
to
were
include.
lying to me.
Yeah, do you want me to go
But-
into the magic minutia of what I'm going to go try to do while I also go take a nap?
But, Kyrish, I don't understand. What would be your motive to lie to me?
We didn't lie. We're just omitting like the intense magical, wizard bullshit that like a lot of people, for some reason, find super boring. Which your loss. It's interesting shit.
So what wizarding stuff were you talking about?
Well,
I'm
I
going to
tried,
go
Sage.
read some spell books that I snatched, and then I'm going to take a goddamn nap.
I'll be
That's
honest.
all I'm
Quite
going to
what
do.
she was going to do. Figured
What
I'd
did
give
you
her the benefit of
suspect
the
she was
doubt.
going to do?
I don't know. Apparently, because of quote unquote recent events, you can't trust me. I don't know. We all just almost died, like at least 3 or 4 separate times. You would think that
Sage,
would
you are
warrant some
also
contact.
possessed.
Yeah, have you noticed it's happened a couple times now?
No shit.
So what of it?
What?
So I think it might
That's
be
exactly
best if
the
we
damn
stick
reason!
together. Like if we're gonna go in here and go get some rest, then fine, let's go do that.
If you guys want to come with me to Eldritch's house, you're welcome to.
I mean, I do need to get my pants from there.
Yeah. So let's go, and I'll just do my thing upstairs, and you don't
Oh.
have to freak out.
Dear gods,
What do you mean,
Rhea.
do your thing?
Oh, you poor thing.
Well,
Oh, let me see what I have here.
She has a horse blanket cape she's got wrapped around her. I mean, she's
I
fine.
did.
Yeah,
I did say
not-
her shirt was long enough to cover her nether bits.
Yeah, it's just it's fine for now. We just pray that it doesn't get a large windy spell.
Fucking Marilyn Monroe.
It's
I
just a
can cast
buddy. Don't be
Windwall
weird about
now. I can cast Windwall. Oh, never mind. I won't do that to her.
It's just a body. Don't be weird about it.
Y'all the ones being weird about her not having clothes. I don't care.
I was going to just go do this on my own because obviously the city's kind of in shambles and maybe we should get to work on eliminating fires and shit. But if you really want to come watch me read a spell book, go
Look,
for it.
is I have one job right now, and it's the cleric, and that's to go heal the wounded and the ones that can be saved.
Yeah, so get on
Rhea,
it.
I don't have time to sit here and wonder why I can't trust you guys anymore.
Oh my
You're
god.
clearly hiding something. It's
Honestly.
fine. It is what it is. You guys
Who's that?
do you, and I'm gonna go heal people.
but go do your
Ryu's just
thing.
gonna have one of those moments of like, who's adding something? What?
Rhea, would you kindly accompany Sage? That way you can get yourself. Well,
They both get the most awkward look on their faces.
Yeah, I guess I imagine it's just like the quick side glance to each other and then just a
Yeah.
look away. It's like, I guess.
You can go get your pants. What I'll do is doesn't need an audience.
Right.
I need to go save people.
Go save people. I promise you'll feel better after you save people and maybe take a nap. You don't gotta be paranoid about this.
Sage.
What?
It's not paranoia. It's
Please enlighten me as to what this is, if not paranoia, Bert.
looking at our circumstances in the past little while and the amount of times that you have been possessed. It is more about your safety. And our
I mean, I didn't
characters
say
and our freedom.
paranoia was bad. Like, being paranoid is honestly very smart.
It's being alert and being aware, situationally aware, if you will. And right now, our situation is that such that we, like, literally aren't out of this yet. I don't even know if we have time to rest. I need to go survey the battlefield and see what happened, and then I'll come regroup with you guys. And if we have
Yes,
time
no.
to rest, we'll rest.
Possessing me would be fruitless right now since I literally have no energy left to give to spells. I'm gonna go fix that so
It
that I can
doesn't
be
take
on
energy
guard.
to slice someone's throat.
Which is why I'm gonna go be alone. Ugh. I've thought this
be-
through. I'm not an idiot. If there is one thing I am not, it is an idiot. Stupid sometimes, yes, but an idiot, no.
but go help the wounded. please.
Careless more than anything else.
It's fine. I'll be
Sage.
there if anything happens.
With that,
No,
Bert's
honestly,
taking
Sage
his
is just
leave.
gonna like start walking.
We'll catch up with you both later. And Rhea will follow.
Be safe, you guys. And I'm out.
All right, Bert is heading towards the egg. Rhea and Sage are heading towards Eldridge's house. Kyrish, what are you going to do?
He's going to actually make like he's going back to the eggs to talk to Gramil and Keith.
Okay.
But what he's actually going to do is tell them he'll see them later. And he wishes them a quick recovery. And he will follow Sage, preferably without her knowing.
All right. So that is a move silent from you, Kyrish, and a listen check from both Rhea and Sage. Now, are the two of you in discussion as you walk?
No.
No, I assume given everything that's happened, it's awkward silence.
Okay.
Explicitly not.
14.
All right. The two of you roll some listen checks.
I'd imagine it's like the explicit silence with the casual, no.
Yeah, Sage doesn't really look like somebody who wants to talk right now. She's walking with that, like, intensity.
Listen, was it?
Yes.
Got an 11.
Oh god, that's with my listen check. Shit. Move silently. Oh, that's plus 6. Okay, that's 18.
Okay. I was about to say, I got a 15 there. So it's a good job you double checked that.
I was like, wait a minute, I'm not listening.
Alright, Kyrish, you are able to tail Sage and Rhea without stepping on any of the debris. You see them enter the house.
Yay!
And the door shuts behind you. Behind them. What's your next move?
Right. Right. Hadn't quite thought that far ahead.
Story of my life.
God damn it.
Well, there you're there. You might as well breach.
He is going to. He would know about any windows. Yes. Probably.
There's a window in each of the bedrooms and a window in the kitchen.
King.
What?
Would he know that if he can actually look into them?
Yes.
Dear God.
I mean, you've been inside the house, so you can easily look into it.
Remind me, when someone opens the door, does it make a noise or anything?
The only noise that you know is when you or Sage touches the door, there's a clicking sound.
Okay. Would I be able...
Would you be able to what?
Trying to see if there's something that I could use, like some skill I could use to perhaps lessen that sound?
You mean a distraction?
No, not distraction. Okay, can I try and spot an alternative way in?
The only other way you know that could possibly be entry points are the windows and... Oh no, Korik actually sealed it back up because he got smart. Fuck. I was gonna say the big ass hole in Mithrune's room, but Korik resealed it.
Oh dear God, do I actually attempt this? Okay.
Man, what's the worst that could happen, right?
He's gonna try and go in through the window. Preferably where his room would be.
Alright. You touch the window. And there's no noise, but it opens with ease.
Not gonna have me roll. I'm scared.
You're gonna have to do a move silent check to go in the window, though.
Okay, fair enough. Alright, he's going in.
Move silent?
Isn't it
21.
a hide and move silent?
Damn. Alright, Rhea, Sage, listen checks.
Eat that 6. Modifier.
That would be an 18 plus 5 for a 23.
Jesus!
Damn.
That is
You got caught, sucker.
That is a 16 on the dice for a grand total of 26.
I fucking hate you both.
Sage,
Ha
or
ha.
not Sage, Kyrish, you think that you managed to get in safely, and as soon as you bring your foot down, the edge of your boot knocks into Lux's enclosure, making a tinking sound. Yes, the fire is lit, but fires don't make tinking sounds. Sage,
Now, my question is, given you're upstairs as well, Sage, would what
This
you're
is-
doing be making noise?
No.
Okay,
this is
in
all
that
one
case,
floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, Rhea's going to just assume that the tink was from Sage.
I know it wasn't for me. So I sigh, like comically aggravated.
Also, you'd know that it most likely wasn't from Rhea, as you can hear the splashing noises from the bathroom from Rhea cleaning the pants.
I get up, set aside my books, and I walk over to Kyrish's room, and I stand just outside the door with my hands on my hips and go, why on earth would you come through the window and not the door?
I only said you heard the tink. I never said...
Oh, I know! Sage is 100% making assumptions here.
Kyrish,
He's
are
not
you...
trying to say anything.
That is the smart move, honestly.
He's just like standing in the middle of the room, just like frozen in fear, like, oh shit, what do I do?
And now Sage is standing there like, did something just fall over to gravity and I'm talking to no one?
Only
Is the door unlocked?
silence. No. Kyrish locks his doors.
Did I take that spell? Don't remember. I might have taken that spell. Oh, please.
Is everything okay out there? You're talking to yourself.
I heard a noise in Kyrish's room.
You don't know it's Kyrish's room!
Did we not
Didn't
see
we-
Kyrish going there to sleep before?
Yeah, didn't we see every room in the house?
You saw every room, but you...
Oh,
You-
I just
you
heard a
didn't-
noise.
Yeah, you just heard the
Okay.
noise. You can't pinpoint it.
So
You're
I'm
just
not outside
assuming.
anymore.
Oh, okay.
I'm just standing in the hallway, looking down the hallway and going, I heard a noise, and I'm talking like Kyrish is here.
You heard a noise.
Yeah, I heard a noise.
Give me a second.
I'm pretty
She's gonna
sure
take.
either somebody's here to break into a wizard's house, which is monumentally stupid, or somebody doesn't trust me.
She's
It's
going
either Bert or
to.
Kyrish.
She's going to take the now washed pants, hang them over the lit fire so they can dry off. Grab her sword, and then like, you check the left rooms, I check the right rooms. Who knows? It may be some kind of undead creature still remaining.
I just want to read my damn books.
And I just
Should we
want to be
notice
alone
at
with
this
my
point?
own thoughts, but you know what these fucks are like.
Should be noted, Sage had taken her coat off and rolled her sleeves up. And put her hair up. She looks like she's in business mode.
It's just get a sword, starts motioning through which doors and that lot, and then just you look good with your hair up.
In Elvish. Let's deal with the intruder.
Alright, sorry.
Kyrish, do me a hide check.
Knew that was coming.
We just break into the room. We don't see him because he's hidden in in the snake enclosure. Just shh, don't rat me out.
I
See a pair of toes from behind the curtains.
instead of that, can I cast a spell?
What spell?
I'm gonna be casting Unseen Servant.
Okay.
it is going to go out into the hallway and start slamming and opening all the doors.
Yes!
Okay. Okay.
Rhea and Sage, as you're, talking about hair and intruders, all of a sudden, in a random pattern and unsynchronized, the 5 doors. Wait. 6 doors.
It's happened again! I had to animate that.
Who are you gonna use this time? The unseen serpent?
No, I had to animate that last time, the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.
It was actually 7. The 6 doors.
Oh my god.
We broke the DM.
The 6 doors just start slamming and opening in random patterns. But you can't see anybody.
Not again. No, God, I hate.
Have we got a fucking ghost? This feels like a fucking ghost.
DM, I know technically I have not done the actions that I was using to narratively level up, but can I please cast my level 3 spell that I got, which is Dispel Magic?
If you have the spell, then you are more than welcome to.
Because what I'm imagining is Sage just getting so goddamn frustrated that she pulls on a magic she didn't even fully understand yet and goes, "Stop!" and just sends out this whoosh, this wave of purple energy.
She'll just slowly look to Sage and be like,
Oh no.
Okay, I'll shut up.
The fire goes out. The front door clicks.
No, my pants.
Maria's main concern is my pants! So, the fire goes out, the door clicks, and all the doors shut.
What did you do? Not gonna lie, that was probably more terrifying than all the doors randomly opening.
So she's like looking a bit apprehensively at her arms. That's a new one.
That is a new... Wait, that was... Okay, as long as you knew what you were doing with that.
Could have used that 30 minutes ago. I think I might have temporarily disenchanted the house.
Does that mean now that the door is unlocked for everyone?
It's Eldridge, so probably only for a little bit.
Kyrish, what do you do?
I would actually like to go back in time here a moment.
Please.
When the doors were opening and closing, could I cast Mage Hand into an adjacent room?
I don't see why not.
Okay.
I love the fact that I'm just getting... Oops, sorry.
No, no, go ahead.
I love the fact that I'm just getting caught in the middle of a mage duel here. It's the equivalent of magic dueling banjos.
Oh my god, yes.
While that is happening, I have casted a Mage Hand in the other room. And when the doors stop, it is going to knock over something.
Which room and what is it knocking over?
Whatever's adjacent to Kirish's.
That would be Eldridge's room. So,
Okay.
as
Probably going to knock over like a chair or
I
something. I'm
I know
assuming as like a study.
I know exactly what he's gonna knock over.
Okay. But as soon as that
So-
happens, he's dispelling the hand.
Sage, you yell stop, and you have your brief discussion with
Oh
Rhea.
God,
and
no! That dispels my hand. Son of a bitch!
Ding, 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 ding.
So, Sage, you yell stop, and you have your brief conversation with Rhea. And after a silent pause, something falls in one of the rooms to the left.
Was that also part of your spell?
Oh. Hey, it can't be any leftover magic from Eldridge because that just got shut off.
In that case, you keep an eye out. I'm gonna check it out.
Sage is like, got her spark blade out now.
It's just sees a spy pulled out. It's like,
Yeah, it's not as big as yours.
I am so glad that Korik is unconscious right now.
I didn't think about it when I said it. Just go check out the noise.
She'll check out the room to see what fell over.
You go into the room, and you see the picture frame of Eldridge and the small black dragon. And it's knocked on the floor.
She'll do a quick scout of the room to make sure no one's hiding in the room before going to pick up the picture frame. It's just a picture. Oh, sorry.
Do me a search.
That would be a 16.
There's nothing in the room, just yourself.
No one's in here, but picture got knocked over. Might have been an aftershock from your magic.
Oh. Right. God. I
Then
guess.
she'll go to set it back up on where it fell from.
Life-threatening battle will make you jumpy. Noted.
Given everything we've been through, I'm not surprised that we're not jumping over every little noise.
Christ. Or, I don't know who that is.
I believe he was one of the Ishtrock's friends.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. It's Black Saturday. That's wasn't ready for a religion joke here. Okay. I'm gonna go. Sorry to interrupt your bath.
I wasn't taking a bath, but I've got to now try and relight this fire.
Right, sorry, bye. Just go back. Resume what she's doing in her room.
Okay. She'll just let outside before heading back over to the fireplace to relight it.
As you relight the fire, Bert, you're making your way towards the egg, and you see Keith and Grameel kind of talking amongst themselves in front of it. The young ones and the elderly have started exiting the egg, and you notice that the elderly are kind of herding the young ones away to the undestroyed part of the city. Meanwhile, there are others, some in bandages, some not, are carrying out bodies on stretchers.
Are they wounded or dead?
You aren't close enough to see just yet, but there are a lot of them.
Are there still bodies on the ground?
No.
I'm gonna follow them to where they're taking them on the stretchers. Just try and get to close enough to see if they're wounded or if they're just carrying off the dead.
You get close enough, and a few of the lizard folk see you coming, and they bow their heads and back off a little bit. You can definitely tell these are the deceased. Between various battle wounds, and you even notice that a few of them were those that were resurrected as undead. Also lie among the stretchers.
So the people carrying the stretchers would be close enough to me. Are they just common folk from the city?
They're survivors. They are some are in the Royal Guard's armor, and some of them are in that basic metal armor.
I'm gonna stop. Well, I'm gonna call out to one of the people carrying a stretcher and ask them where they're keeping the wounded survivors.
He struggles, and he yells for Ishtok. Ishtok comes running over and looks at him. And the two discuss in their own language, and he points to you. Sorry, Master Bert. Not many know common. Me translate.
I just want to know where they keep the living survivors so that I can go help heal.
He repeats it, and the guard replies back. No need. Most healed. Not die soon. You do enough, though. You save city.
So yeah. So the place that we've been staying is where?
You can actually see it now, because most of the city, like the houses surrounding it, have been destroyed, so you can actually see the top of the house.
We've been staying at Eldridge's.
Is that where you're headed?
Yeah. Is there a tavern that's still standing?
Tavern where drinks are, yes?
Yes.
We no have one. Haven't had one in long time.
There's no alcohol here?
This poor town.
No. Had to go to swampy place for alcohol.
With that, I'm gonna tell him thank you, and I'm gonna turn and leave and go to Eldridge's house and see who's there.
This
All
is where
right.
Bert gets the new town plans for when they start to recreate this town, and just adds a tavern.
Oh, it's gonna be my thing.
Or like 2, maybe 3.
The
5.
bum room hut.
Bert, you get to the house, and you're so tired, you forget that only Sage and Kyrish can open the door. You go to turn the knob, and it opens.
At
Given
this
that-
point, I'm so tired I don't even know that I would notice or nor give a shit. I mean, I just
Given
found
that-
out there's no alcohol in this town.
Given that the fireplace is in the front room, if I recall,
Yes.
upon hearing the door unlock, so step in, Rhea just kind of spins around on the spot, blade drawn. It's like, oh, it's Bert. Okay, not a ghost this time.
Ghost? What are you? are you talking
Me
about,
and Sage heard a noise earlier, and given it wasn't from me and it wasn't from Sage, we weren't sure what it was. Then all the doors started opening up wildly and things got knocked over. We thought it might have been a ghost or something. Okay, I thought it might have been a ghost or something.
Okay, well then I guess that gives me another point to make my point. Clearly, if we have a ghost that we need to leave, and well, this town
Well,
doesn't have any alcohol, we
it
need to
stopped
leave.
It stopped happening after Sage cast some kind of magic. So I'm assuming that it wasn't a ghost, unless ghosts can be stopped by that kind of magic. I'm not sure. All I
So
know is
we're
it's
not-
disabled most of the magic in this house for now.
Okay, so that's why I was able to get in without, I guess, well, just realized I just walked in and it didn't have to
Oh
have
shit,
somebody
that's a
else
thing.
open the door. Which means anybody else can walk through. Which means I guess I'm not gonna get any rest, so I might as well guard this
No.
damn door.
Bert, you can go get some rest. I'm going to be keeping an eye out to make sure this doesn't burn anyway, so I'll be staying up for now.
Okay. But I'm serious. We need to. I mean, yeah, we need to tend to the people, but the people have tend. God, and then their king. What are we? I don't know if you know what we're doing. I can't think straight.
Get some
Why
rest.
is all the fucking alcohol gone? Why?
I don't think it's all gone. I think you've still got some of your supply left, don't you?
We could drink the last of it.
Oh shit.
That's right.
Bert is starting
Yeah.
to sober up.
This is not good, people. This is not good at all. I don't know what. I'm losing my shit. I don't know what to do. All
It's
right.
making me sober. You wouldn't like me when I'm sober.
You're not gonna like me sober. I promise you.
Just go get some rest. We'll all convene back up once everyone's done their things. And try
Why
and
is
figure
the
out
rum
what
gone?
next. The
All right,
rum's gone
I'll
because of what
try.
happened to half the city.
Kyrish, you can hear this conversation happening. You look around your room, and on your bed is the sack that Amora was carrying. And next to the sack are her clothes and her armor.
That moment when your girlfriend leaves your clothes at your house.
Wait, why are they in Kirish's room?
She went back to the house to change. Maybe that's why.
Hey, but didn't she have her own room?
Nope.
No.
No, she
She's-
was staying in
she-
the living room.
She sat in the kitchen and watched. When she came back from Mir, she asked for a few private moments in the house, and you all obliged.
Oh, shit. Well then.
Do you leave it be? Or is your curiosity too much?
That's what I'm deciding.
It's gonna be his curiosity. You know
Are you a
it is.
true wizard or aren't you? True
Uh,
wizards are always prey to their curiosity.
We're gonna hear some noises coming from Kyrish's room. Sage is gonna run in and just see Kyrish in Gamora's clothing. I was curious, okay?
Oh my god.
oh shit. I guess going to try and quietly go over and I don't really go through her clothes, but I guess see what was in her bag.
You get close.
Not that it really matters. Like
He's gonna sniff her armor.
oh my god.
You get close to the sack, and as you're kind of bending over a little bit to open it, the faint scent of cherry blossoms rises to your nostrils. And as you look in the bag, there's clear gems, a couple weird instruments, and a piece of paper.
Weird.
Yeah, I'm not in that. Oh, sorry.
What's up?
I always seem to time it where it's like, I spit a silence quickly get something out. Just the source. It's like, I got a question just quickly. When you say instruments, you mean like instruments as in objects and items, such you mean as in like actual musical instruments?
Tools. And
Actually, I was going to ask about.
For some reason, I just happens in my mind, you open up the bag, there's a hurdy-gurdy.
Tools of what? Oh my goodness. Tools of what profession?
Oh god. What does this tool look like, or tools?
There's tools that look similarly to Riku's. It's almost like Riku's surgical kit, except it looks a lot more painful.
She's a CIA assassin.
So instead of a smooth blade, it's serrated. Tweezers have sharpened ends and not dulled ends.
Torture tools.
I was about to say, just on the front of the box, you see Acme torture tools.
Oh my god.
And the crystals, they're gems or whatever.
They're clear. It's almost like glass.
Are they like cut in a certain way, or?
They're different shapes. They're relatively the same size, but they're cut very differently. But you remember, from holding Amora's and holding Keith's, they are the exact same size as them, as their stones.
Oh my god. Alright then. He's going to... He's going to go... He's going to put everything back in.
You're not going to read the paper?
Yes. I actually forgot that was paper.
You're scaring him. Stop it.
Yes, you are.
You roll open the paper, and it's not Amora's writing. You read it. Mora. By the time you... Oh god, I gotta remember his voice. By the time you read this note, I'm gonna be long gone.
Oh.
Don't you cry over me, whippersnapper. When it's my time, it's my time. However, don't want... Really, Grayson? Bad timing.
Cat.
Ding.
I don't want the art of summoning gems to be lost, so if you know of a good cleric that's going to use these for good, I want you to give this stuff to him. The tools you see do look painful, and it is a painful process. However, it's because the person that owns the summoning stone is willingly going through this pain, which makes it work. However, Because magic is finicky. If the person doesn't want to be summoned, they have that option. Trust me, I tried it on my wife and it didn't work. She got very angry with me. I slept in the shed for a week. Anyway, you can find these gems, well, the crystal up in Leigh if you ever run out. But usually, most people go for blood because it's the easiest to get. But I have people give hair samples, eyelashes, some more morbid things, but either way, they give a piece of themselves and it fuses with the crystal. And that's why the crystal ends up looking like the person's eye color, because it's basically them. I know you have a good sense of character, Amora. So I know you'll give this to the right person. I always considered you a daughter of mine. And don't worry, I'm gonna miss harassing you. I love you, little feather. Bob. And underneath that is Amora's writing. Written in a language that you know very well. Kyrish, I know that we've had our differences, but you have a better sense of character than I do. If you think Bert is willing to do this, give it to him. If not, Riku seems like a good runner-up. Just make sure this bag doesn't fall into the wrong hands. Amora.
By the end of this, he's actually just broken down. He's crying.
Lux
And
will...
very likely, if anybody was remotely close to the room, you would probably hear it.
In that case, that would be Sage. She is the closest to you. Lux will come out from around your neck and she will hook her tail behind one ear, go under your chin, and wrap her and put her head on top of your other ear. And there is a sense, and there is the feeling of shared sadness. Sage, you are trying to study these books. It's bad enough from the earlier distraction. You were able to block out Bert coming back in, but something unusual reaches your ears. You hear the faint sound of someone crying.
Sage lowers her quill and like debates for a solid 30 seconds, minute and a half. Because, damn, she's not good at people. This is also isn't the kind of thing where you go to somebody else and say, hey, do this emotional labor. See, that's on her paper in her books. Remembers that she took her shirt off and puts her shipwreck on. Goes and
Well,
tracks
that'd
down
be
the
awkward.
Right.
Yeah.
Turns out it's hard to study tattoos when you can't see them. Anyways, she goes and tracks down the source of the sound.
It's coming through Kirish's door.
I knock.
The crying's going to stop. More out of surprise than anything that he actually let himself do that. But after a moment, he opens the door.
You see Stage there, hands on her hips, somewhere between concerned and annoyed. The shirt is not buttoned up in the right way.
Apologies. I found something. And he's going to show her the note.
Sage reads it like alarmingly fast. Like, you're not actually sure she read it. But then she looks up and goes, well, hope Bert knows how to make summoning stones. Or summoning stones, because that'd be really damn useful.
Well, seems she had the materials for it as well.
You know, it's good, I hear, to not bottle up all of your bad feelings. And it's good to let them out. And I have heard that when that occurs, some comfort is nice. So she like awkwardly reaches out and pats his shoulder. We'll get her back.
No, there's just a lot of regret, I suppose.
Isn't that life?
Yeah.
And hey, you and me are the lucky ones. We can't remember all the things we had to regret before.
Lucky as of yet.
Yeah.
Damn it all.
It's good. That's kind of inevitable, I know, but
Sage,
yeah.
whatever you're doing, I would like to aid you. In however I can.
She like looks at him for a very long, like awkwardly long. I don't think you're going to like it.
Well, I didn't like it enough to crawl in through my own bedroom's window, so...
Why didn't you use the door? Hell, it's unlocked now.
I'm fairly certain Bert is right. We really do have trust issues with each other.
Listen, if my hesitation doesn't come from lack of trust, maybe a little bit, actually, but only because I think you might try to stop me, and I really don't want that.
I'm not stopping you.
Great. He's got just enough moral high ground that he totally would.
Like I said, whatever you're doing, I would like to help you.
Alright, fine. Do you need a minute, or...
He looks at the note again, and back at the bag. No. No, we don't have any time to lose.
Great. Sage is going to lead him back to her room, which is just, I need to emphasize and underscore and then emphasize again, an absolute mess of paper. like all over the floors. At least 3 separate inkwells, a couple of abandoned quills. The notes are like diagrams. There's a couple of flipped open books, like she went and raided the library. And everything is written in like this weird 3-language amalgam that is kind of indecipherable if you don't understand all 3. She kind of gestures and says, "Pardon the mess. That would be my spell book."
Oh god, I just realised something.
What?
Do you remember the thing of, oh yes, I'm going back because I need to rest and that lot?
Mm-hmm.
Seiji's mattress is still in Rhea's room.
Yeah. Honestly, girl hasn't noticed because she is so focused on. She's probably been putting pages like on the empty bed frame and not even noticed that the bed is gone.
That is a gold. I suppose you don't learn anything without making a mess, but
Trust the process, man. Trust the process.
I'm not one to judge.
Bert and Rhea,
Mama.
you're... Oh, sorry, babe.
Nope, good.
Bert and Rhea, you are talking and you happen to see Sage go into Kyrish's room, walk out with Kyrish in tow, and go into her room. You can't hear what they're saying, but it was just... That's what you observe.
Okay. I have a room up here, yes?
Yes, you are sleeping in the study.
Okay, they are going to hear a commotion coming from the study as I search and empty out every bit of my gear on the floor, go through every flask, every empty bottle, every container that could possibly have a drink of any alcohol in it. As Bert is now, it's kind of like if he had it, he wouldn't necessarily need to drink it, but now that he knows he doesn't have any drink, he's kind of freaking out. So they might hear some noise coming from the study as he gets more and more increasingly loud because he can't find a damn drink.
Oh, please tell me Sage is like just settling back down when the noise gets too loud and she like stands up again.
Oh yeah, let's go, Sage.
Yes.
We're gonna
Yeah.
box.
Yeah.
Me
Yeah.
fucking sober
That's
and
gonna-
you pissed
that's-
off. Let's do this.
Kyrish, look through these books, and then Sage will hand him her spell book and the blood magic book that she took. Glance through those. I'll be right back. Leaves the room.
Alright. Then he will do so.
Stalks over to the library. Is there a door to the library?
It's the study.
The study?
Yeah,
Sorry.
there's got to be doors. I
Just
would
gonna
imagine.
like open it slightly violently, like a little bit too strong. Does it open?
Kyrish, you get the blood magic book and you immediately feel dirty just touching it, let alone trying to decipher its pages. You have no idea what this book says. You don't know what Sage's book says either.
He can't read any of the pages because he doesn't speak Infernal.
But you notice that some of the sigils look familiar, and some of them are almost on point, and then there's others it's almost like the reverse of what's drawn. Rhea, you happen to look up from, watching your pants dry, and you just see Sage just nearly Spartan kink.
Almost as exciting as watching paint dry. Sorry.
You just watch Sage basically Spartan kick the study door open, and she just goes in a fit of rage.
Not rage.
Did you?
Controlled and focused anger.
I think you had just heard something else again then.
What? is the ruckus about?
The door is kicked in. I cast a spell.
What do you cast?
Hold person.
Sage, you are basically mid kick. Your arms are like drawn back a little bit.
Dispel magic.
You cannot move.
Hold on.
Therefore,
Wait.
you cannot
Wait.
speak, which means you cannot move.
Hold on.
Hold that thought, dear. Do you know that this city has no alcohol? And you know. You know. You know that I have to have a drink. And I've been through every spot in this study. Every bag of mine, every wineskin, every flask. There's no more drink. You know what that means? It means I'm sober. I can't be sober. We have to deal with this. So before you go ranting about noise, listen and understand the consequences of no alcohol could be just absolute. Or you know what, I'll be running around throwing bum rum like it's water and just lighting on fire for fun. Must have more rum. And with that, I'm going to let go of my concentration on the spell and let her fall through the doorway.
Rhea having
Yeah.
approached when that was happening. It's just
Bert, what the hell?
I'm losing my shit. There's
Yeah,
no
I can
alcohol.
tell. I walked in the door and you froze me. That's rude, man.
You kicked my door open, which was ruder.
I was being efficient. Listen,
And
if you
quite
need a
rude.
drink, we can probably find you a drink, but
Yeah, you got one?
why do you need a drink?
Oh, dear spirits.
I mean, to be fair,
Ah.
given
What?
okay, now the has gone. Given the house we're in and the kind of person that lived here, I'd assume there's probably like a bottle of wine somewhere here.
Right?
Like that should
I
tide you
just
over at least.
asked for a tavern. They said they haven't had one here in years.
Yes, but that's the great thing about wine. Gets better as it ages.
Can we bounce back to the why do you need to drink so badly?
Before you can answer that, Bert, there is a knock at the door.
Oh no.
On which door? The study door, the downstairs door, the front door?
Rhea would be closest to it, and it is the front door.
I'm gonna go answer that. Please don't try and murder each other while I'm doing so.
Hey, ask them if they have any alcohol.
Unless they're an outsider from this village, I kind of doubt it at this moment. She's gonna go over to the fireplace, get the newly dried pants, put them on while just going, I'll be a minute, and then answer the door.
You open the door, and there is Gramil. And he is wearing all black.
Gramil, you... what brings you here? What's with the outfit?
The funeral arrangements are ready if you and the others would like to attend.
Right. Give me a moment, I'll go fetch them. She'll just turn around, make sure that Bert and Sage aren't currently killing each other.
We're going to be meeting near the egg and then
Okay.
proceed.
We'll meet you there. Right, guys, gather up. I know it's a, well, don't need to gather up. You can probably all hear me from here. They're doing the funeral arrangements at the moment at the egg. Kind of want us over there.
Already?
It's only appropriate. They only died because of us.
I've got so much to do. And Bert's gonna go insane, I swear.
Yes, but it won't kill you to have a bit of humanity.
Right.
Except
May
I'm not a
very
human.
well.
Look, we can do this. We'll get back. Those that need rest can get rest. Since I don't need rest, that as much rest as the rest of you. I'll do my meditation, or whatever else do, I suppose. And then I'll spend the rest of the time while you're asleep trying to find some wine for you, Bert. Does that sound fine? I know it's not your tipple of choice, but at this rate, alcohol's alcohol.
We need to take care of this funeral.
Oh yeah, I said it'd be after the funeral.
All right, well, I guess we should go attend this thing.
I'll get
Right.
my coat.
You walk to the egg, where there is a large group of people outside. About half the size of the mob when Omora dropped the king. There's another large group, about a half of the current size, carrying stretchers. You can see Ishtak near the head of one stretcher. And you see one of his friends carrying the other one. However, Ishtak looks different. He now wears the armor of his fallen brother. As if on cue, the ones carrying stretchers walk forth. Followed by a majority of the group. And then the rest follow. Keith and Grimiel hold back until you reach and they walk with you. You reach out to the desert sands. And the ones at the tail end of the stretchers, the ones of the feet, various shades of colors start erupting, and small little tornadoes form on the bottom of the stretchers. They set the stretchers down. There's too many to count. You see the stretchers start to sail into the sands. And the softest rumbling you've heard yet. Almost like raindrops. and Ystrel's head surfaces. Ishtok looks to Ystrel and gives a single slow nod. And nothing like before, but for once, this fire is beautiful. As she breathes the fire, the stretchers glide into it. And now it is almost like a sea of living fire. Another of Ishtok's friends pulls out a strange wooden rod. Ishtok goes to him, puts his hand on his friend's shoulder. Ishtok's friend plays a hauntingly slow song, and once the last of the stretchers pass through Ystrel's flame, she slowly cuts it down, and she rests her head on the road. And then the small, multicolored tornadoes fade out. And just like a river going to the ocean, the stretchers sink down below into the sands. The mob stays there for a moment. Well, not the mob, but the people stay there for a moment. And once the sands have settled, they return back to the city. Ystrel glances over at you with a saddened expression on her face. At least you all survived.
As did yourself.
Only with the help of others.
Physically survived. Yes. Mentally survived. Emotionally survived. We're still working on that.
It's not so much about our survival as you guys are no longer being controlled by a tyrannical king. And even though your city's, well, is in disrepair now, you don't have to worry about the threat.
Add on to that, given the gods' help, we do have a weapon now to help us free the others.
Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm.
It is good news. Who wields it?
Show motion to
Well.
Kyrish.
Momentarily, I'm in possession of it.
I'm honestly surprised. Your winged friend, I'm surprised she's not wielding it.
She's currently indisposed.
Oh? How so?
Will somebody else please make polite conversation with the dragon? I have work to do.
I will
Good day.
join you momentarily.
She's like awkwardly salutes and just walks off.
Sage. Never mind.
Leave her be. I'll see
Yeah.
that she doesn't kill herself.
Rhea looks like she's going to say something and just closes her mouth and looks away. It's like, still not ready yet. Fuck.
I need to go get rest. I need to go find a drink. I need so many things. I can't even think right now. I gotta go. And I'm going to go off towards the house.
If you need to make sure Sage is fine, I can explain.
Astral, thank you for everything.
I should be thanking you. Half of this wouldn't have been possible if you hadn't set me free.
Right.
That's
Really?
why. That's why we decided Kyrish should have the blade. All this time, Kyrish has been the one fighting to keep the dragons alive.
You decided this, did you? I thought I just put it in my bag and that was it. I hadn't really thought about it otherwise.
Okay, I don't trust myself to use a sword other than for murder.
Exactly why you're not holding it.
You're also missing the little frog and the halfling on the wolf.
Resting up after the fight.
Yes, they did quite some work.
Oh. So, your winged friend is with them then?
No. She was taken.
She leans in a little bit closer.
What do you mean, taken?
His portal magic can be used to bring things to and, well, from. He took not only the remainder of his forces, but Amora as well.
Her eyes narrow dangerously, and smoke starts to furl from her nostrils.
There's naught to be done about it now. As unfortunate of a loss, we can't go around losing our heads over it. We need to amass forces to be able to go against him.
Rebuild today, fight tomorrow kind of situation.
Precisely. But I do share your sentiment, Eastrel.
You saved my life. I have not yet repaid you for that.
And you will not do this by yourself, or you will be throwing your life away. Again.
Don't get us wrong, we do plan to take the fight to him. Just not now. But when the time comes, when Gondra goes to war, then you may accompany us to take him down.
She just nods her head. And she goes to sink back down.
For now, We need to rebuild this place, rebuild this town. This town's going to need it.
The people here can do so.
Well, on top of that, this town's going to need a defender while we're gone. They have an army, yes, but not at full strength anymore. They need someone like you to look after them for now.
She's about. It looks like her head is using this desert sands as a headrest.
You have a point. Yes. But we all have our own roles to play in this story.
Indeed.
It's just a quick look to Kyrish. Oh dear God, you're rubbing off on me. Bloody hell.
Exactly.
Giggity, giggity.
Not like that from the distance.
Be wary, for my brothers and sisters may not be so compliant as I.
We're very well aware of that.
We will need to go back and see about the blue one at some point.
The blue one?
We encountered a blue dragon in the sewers. Over in...
Tarn.
Oh.
That's the one. I was just loading up the auras, people, and places, thinking to remember the name. Over in Tarn.
That was broke. Damn it.
Zondis.
Speaking of which, that stuff has been playing on my mind for a bit. The sewers in Tarn. The ghost that we saw there. She said that she was sent to go investigate the sewers from here.
What did she look like?
What the fuck?
Rhea will give a description of the ghost.
My Eastrel, your voice has changed.
And then just relay on top of that. Also, take into account that she probably was missing quite a few colors due to being a ghost.
She was a mercenary training under the Royal Guard.
Mercenary training of the... Do you think the king could have sent her? Just as a way of potentially getting rid of any other people that could pose a threat?
In either case, I have business with Sage. I'll reconvene with you later.
Be safe, Gondra, and friends of Gondra.
You as well, Eastrel, please.
Indeed.
And she will fully sink into the sands below. The scene fades into the skies. And it settles back down on a dreary, dreary castle. This castle is very noisy, something that its inhabitants hasn't heard in quite some time. Guards are running about, screaming can be heard there is a lizard woman running flights of stairs, taps herself before entering a metal room. A man of fire gives her a dirty look. Now what are you doing in here? You need to summon me once more? No, need help.
It's Sean Connery's spirit.
Oh. Lucia, I see. What can I assist you with?
The Black Angel, she got her wings back. And she's destroying the army and the guards and everyone in her path.
You're one of the more powerful mages here. Why do you need my assistance?
Because she's going to take my head.
Well, did you deserve it?
I don't know, that's the problem.
I see. Well, let's go see what this big bad black angel can do. You just have to let me out.
You know I can't do that unless Uncle approves.
Well, then shut out of luck, Lucia. The lizard woman stumbles back out. Meanwhile, down below, Amora, filled with bruises and cuts, but reunited with her wings. Living, dead. They were in her way, she got rid of them. The mirrors. The door. I'm almost there. She rushes for the doors, and as soon as she touches it, she screams in agony as electricity races up her fingers and shocks her body, making her drop to the floor.
Did you honestly think it was going to be that easy?
Yeah, I'm going to take your head.
How are you going to do that when you're convulsing on the floor? You can't even make a solid sentence without sounding like an idiot.
Fuck you. And a wing just flaps open.
My, can't even control your actions.
She manages through her muscle spasm to clench her fist in the air and slowly raise a middle finger.
Yeah.
The Dark Master has special plans for you.
And he is going to grab her at the base of her hair and drag her down to a flight of stairs below. As she hits the first stair, Amora grabs the ankle of her captor and pulls. He lets go of her hair, but unfortunately they both tumble down the stairs. And she looks up, trying to recover before the lizard woman. Let's see. And she stands shocked at the sight she sees. I have never seen such a grisly sight. What the hell is this?
Oh, welcome to my Dark Master's workroom. Enjoy your stay.
And he's going to punch her right on the top of the head. And she falls unconscious. Ah, Grog. I'm so glad I have you around. Lucia can be touchy about certain things. The perfect visualization of my experiments. Let's get to work.
You did not.
Why
Well-
can't you leave her alone?
What was everyone's favorite part of the episode?
Not that.
Not that.
That.
Happy Easter, everyone.
I hate. Oh, your
Hello.
cliffhangers. Suck. I fucking hate the emotional trauma you put us through. This is horse shit.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
I do, however, love that Sean Connery is now in the game.
That was pretty fucking good. That was fucking funny. It's so. Man, I don't know. I just don't even know which part's my favorite. I think a sober Bert is going to be an eye opener for a lot of people in this party.
I'm excited. I liked that. I liked that a lot.
Okay, so yeah, it's gonna come out in story time, but you'll see why. And what happens next is gonna be anybody's guess, I guess.
No kidding.
Yeah.
We've all been going through so much. I think a lot of the parties reaching their like emotional limit.
Bert's just been, I guess, yeah, he's just kind of floated along and tried not to get too overwhelmed by everything that's going on, but it's getting harder and harder to keep things from changing him.
Right?
Shit's kind of hit a boiling, essentially, but
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't want to see what might happen. I'm scared.
I mean, I didn't expect Sage to come out angry this session, but boy did she.
Yeah, that was awesome. I love Angry Sage. Angry Sage was just, yeah.
I have complicated feelings about Angry Sage.
I like her, and I think she could use a lot of that anger to further her drive, like to fuel her fire and her drive. I think that's what
She's going
fuels
down.
her.
There's shit going down.
Oh yeah. On the plus side, let's notch up at least 1 week when we've managed to avoid the discussion.
It's gonna happen. Not the discussion not only between you and Sage, but also the discussion about poor Rhea's memories.
Poor Rhea's memories.
That too.
That's only if everybody survives Bert being sober.
God. Rhea and Kyrish are going to make it back to the house, and it's going to be, we're just going to find Bert's reenacted The Shining.
Pretty much. There's going to be blood everywhere. I'm going to be holding a butcher knife, and then here's Johnny. But no, for real, like, Jesus, it's
Here's Gumbert.
Oh
right.
my god.
I don't know how to put it into like. This is gonna take some serious planning on my part because
Also, this is something I need to point out as well that started in the last session, but we got to see a lot more of it this session that I'm loving.
Hmm.
We're seeing a different side of Kyrish.
We are.
Like,
Mhm.
we're
yeah,
usually just seeing
he's
Kyrish being like the
evolving.
stoic, like, a more logical one. To see him actually break down crying.
Yeah, he's revealing parts of his psyche that. Yeah, that's pretty.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be
Out of
fun.
curiosity, why did Kyrish cry?
He actually lost one of his own,
Uh-huh.
and he was seeing reminders of that. But this is nothing in comparison to when he's going to get his memories back.
If he gets his memories back.
If that is fair. If
No, when?
You hush. You know more than we do.
Trust me, be careful when you get your memories back. They may reveal that even though your character had a crush on another character, that they were already in a relationship with another character.
I can't wait when we get to Ilya. I can't
God.
wait.
Mm.
I'm deeply excited to tell Kyrish my horrible ideas of what Sage is actually trying to do because he said he wasn't
Yeah,
going to stop her.
I'm also curious to see what this is about. Like, if you're just going to be tattooing over your old tattoos to see if that changes them, or if you're going to just be like, I'm going to add new ones.
I'm just gonna get tattoo of fucking Rhea's name on me right here.
So,
What part's that? That's for the thing for power word kill.
do your tattoos actually give you like bonuses to your spells or anything?
So, Sage's tattoos are her spell book. When she said this is my spell book, she meant that was all of her work transcribing her tattoos. Because she basically has to relearn what they mean. And eventually she'll know enough that she'll just burn the pages and it'll work again. Or she'll get her memories back and won't need it again.
Okay, so this is a thing as well that I just need to bring
Huh.
up quickly. When you emptied out the bag and you saw the clear gems, I knew it was most likely a thing to do with the summoning stones, but given I saw a video yesterday talking about an old second edition D&D monster from Spelljammers called Bionoids, where essentially put, if they die, they revert back into a gem. And if someone touches that gem, it will deconstruct that person's body to reform the elf that's in the gem.
Oh God.
Oh my. That's
awesome.
horrible.
Now, the funniest part is, aside from little descriptions of how they look, essentially put, they are just one giant ripoff of the Guyver. Like an old anime thing I used to watch when I was little, and I'm like, I kind of want to use this in something now. These are great creatures. Why did they not bring these back for Fifi?
Oh God.
Ultimate trap for greedy people that want to pick up every gem they see.
I mean, that'd be really fucking cool, but really shitty to do to your party.
What would be worse is if you gave it to, or in a sack full of gems, like
Yeah.
to a dragon to go stash at its place and then tracked it.
Bert,
Yeah.
Pretty much.
favorite thing.
Angry Sage kicking open the door and getting stuck in mid
Yes.
fucking
was
chewing
great.
ass.
Mid
'cause
kick,
it was
yes.
like, I could just totally see her with her hand in there, like, you son of a, and just stuck. And I was like, yep.
That's the thing I forgot to bring up as well, because you said, oh yeah, release her, she's gonna fall down. I was like, oh yeah, no, if Rhea's there, Rhea would try and catch her. But then I was like, no, maybe she just unfrozen, was still stood up. I don't know the situation.
She just needed to fucking fall down and need to learn manners about
Sage
coming
fell.
into somebody's room.
In that case,
Technically,
Rhea would have called her and
Open
then
my
had
door.
technically, it is Sage's and Kirish's house because it's their master, so they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Look here, look here.
Yeah.
It's still my spot, my space, my vibe, and she fucked it all up all at once. But I'm going through withdrawals. That is also one of my favorite fucking parts is that I'm sober.
Echoes of the
Don't-
past. Next session, the quest for wine.
Sage, favorite part.
I think just the sheer amount of emotion everybody expressed across the spectrum. I thought it was great. I was here for it.
What about you, Rhea?
I've said everyone's emotions and such, especially with Kyrish, because we rarely see it from Kyrish. So getting to see a more human side to him is an extremely interesting thing for me. Not to mention you got like the thing of Kyrish showing a lot more emotion that way, but we're also seeing more emotions from literally everyone. We're seeing anger and that lot from Bert because he's getting sober. We saw a lot of anger from Sage, which we're used to sassy Sage. We're not used to full-on angry Sage.
Yes, agreed.
And meanwhile, he just got Rhea in the middle of all this being like, I fucked up, 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 I fucked up.
I think my favorite part is your guys' reactions to my cliffhangers.
You're
Oh,
so mean.
have I told you I've started doing that kind of shit in my in-day Devil Darlings thing now?
Nice.
It
You're
just was
so
such a good idea. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing little cliffhanger things like that, little cutaway things. It's just a brilliant idea.
So mean.
And I'm surprised none of you have noticed the one thing that I said about a certain character near the end of today's session.
Oh, no, I picked up on something there, and I don't know if it's what you're on about. The little lizard that went to talk to the other one is the king's daughter. Because you said, oh, yeah, no, uncle and that lot, and we know that they were brothers.
It's
You know
not
that the
that.
king had a daughter.
That is not
Shit.
what I'm talking about.
Man, I don't have the presence of mind at the very end of a session to pick up on details.
It is very, very subtle.
Bitch.
Very subtle.
Then I'm not gonna think about it. I'm gonna go eat dinner.
Thank you all so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed the emotional trauma I have placed upon my players once again. If you enjoyed that, leave a like down below and comment on what your favorite part of the video was. Don't forget to scratch that subscribe button and peck that bell so you know when the next episode comes out. We all hope you're having a lovely one, and we will see you next time.
And even though it'll be over by the time this video goes up, happy Easter.
Oh, yes.
Happy Easter. Bye, guys.
Quee! DMobo out.